6 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good evening, everybody. It's Mark Klein hanging out with you. Welcome to the Long Island Blues Warehouse, EKO Studios, Deer Park, New York, the official studio of the Blues Warehouse. Mark Klein hanging out with you. Tonight, we are talking to a musician that performed his very first gig at the age of 15 in New York City's own Bitter End. He has had a serious roller coaster ride of ups and downs in his life. He's played many of the big rooms around the country with many of the greats, and he had some dark days in his life where, unfortunately, he had to spend time at Rikers Island. Tonight, we welcome this week's featured artist. He's New York Blues Hall of Fame ambassador, the Michael Packer Blues Band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
featuring Linda PINO, lead vocals on that one. Well done, kid. This week's featured artist, the Michael Packer Blues Band. Michael, it's good to see you again, my man.
Good to be here, Mark.
How you doing, all right?
I'm doing good.
It's been about 5 or 6 years since we last had you on this stage.
It's been a while.
And it's good to see you again, my man. You're looking well. You're looking good.
Thanks for
You're
having
sounding
us
awesome.
back. All right.
You got a hell of a band behind you, I got to say.
Got a great band, great bunch of people, and we're doing it.
You're a lucky man, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Having these great guys behind you, guys and girls.
Yeah.
Well done, my man. I appreciate that. I want to start with you, if I can. Let's talk about some history. Let's talk about when you began musically. You had your first gig, as we mentioned earlier, at age 15 at the Bitter End in New York City.
I learned to play guitar at an early age.
How early?
Like 13. My mother was having her apartment painted, and came back from school one day. The painter's sitting on my bed with a guitar and a 6-pack of beer, and so I fell in love with them, both.
At what age now?
I think 13, something like that. So I had an old Stella guitar with one string on it. He put strings on it. Came home one day, he's drinking beer and playing my guitar, and he taught me some things, and that's how I learned.
Now you didn't jump at age 13. You're learning. You didn't start off with the blues, though, did you?
No, I was, Beatles, Bob Dylan,
Horsing around with things.
Paul Butterfield, though,
Paul Butterfield.
and early on, yeah.
Very cool, my
And
man.
I'm a '60s guy,
I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah.
you. So at age 15, you got your first gig at New York City's Bitter End.
The Bitter End.
What kind of music are you playing?
My own, I wrote.
But blues?
No, I wrote more of I guess you'd call it like, folk songs or whatever. you know.
Okay.
But I mean, if you listen to the early Bob Dylan records, they're basically blues oriented.
And that's the big influence for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
which you can hear in your original music,
Right.
which I'm looking forward to getting to a little bit later. Let's talk about at an early age for you, shortly after that time frame, you headed out to the West Coast.
Well, before that, I had a band, a 7-piece band, and we recorded for Atlantic Records. And Bob Mincer, who went on to play with the Yellow Jackets, the saxophone player, that was his first band, was the band that he played in my band.
Oh, very cool, man.
And
very cool.
And it was a great band, but unfortunately, nothing happened with it.
It was a short-lived project.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years, and then after that, I went to California, and I hung out with George Thorogood.
At what age are you at this point?
19, 20.
At 19, 20, you're hanging out with George Thorogood on the West Coast.
Playing on the streets with him,
No kidding.
for change, yeah. So George, a lot of people say, well, George, he didn't really live the blues. George Thorogood lived the blues because I was right next to him, living it with him.
You saw it firsthand.
Firsthand, yeah.
And he kind of opened your eyes to the blues a little
To
bit,
the
could you
blues,
say?
because I wasn't really that familiar, with some of the songs. The John Lee Hooker things, and that was all like foreign to me,
Bo Diddley and all of that.
And all that. So I learned, I learned a lot.
And you appreciated that stuff at that age?
At that age, yeah.
You were digging it back then?
Well, because I was playing this place called the Coffee Gallery in North Beach, and it was like, they really loved George. George was doing like an acoustic act there, and I'm going, well, these people are really picking up on this. And next door, there was a club where Elvin Bishop played, and I became friends with Nick Gravenites, who, wrote Born in Chicago.
Sure.
So I'm hanging out with all these guys, so, and I got to play with them all. So, it was a big influence on me.
Wasn't Nick Gravenites like the first... he was like a poet. He was a bongo player.
Yeah, he was a
He was a beatnik.
He was a beatnik.
He was like one of the original beatniks.
Yeah, that he was, and
And-
he hung out with the Flower Kids and whatever they are, the Flower Children and all that.
The Flower
Wrote
Children.
songs for Janis Joplin. And,
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And he was a great guy, really good guy. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I matter of fact, I hosted a show in the city that he played at.
Okay.
Not a couple of short years ago, not too far back. Hell of a guy.
Yeah.
Hell of a guy.
and that's he has an interesting history.
He
That's for
sure does. He
Yeah.
sure does.
Yeah.
You have an interesting history, and I'm thrilled to have you in here. I say we put you back to work.
Okay.
We'll come back and we'll continue the Michael Packer journey.
We're going to feature Eddie Jackson on this next tune. Big boss, man. Come on.
You guys good to go? Long Island Blues Warehouse. We're going to keep it moving with the Michael Packer Blues Band. Let's do it.
Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's all. You see, you got me working, boss man, working round the clock. I wanna get a drink of water, but you wanna me stop. Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's all. Oh yeah. You see, I'm gonna find a boss man, one to treat me right. I work hard in the daytime, but take it easy at night. Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Oh yeah. Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's all. Talk a little bit. Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Whoa, yeah. Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's all. Hey, hey, hey. just talk, that's all.
Hi, this is Bob from Tampa, Florida, and you're listening to the Long Island Blues Warehouse.
Lord knows I've tried to do what's right. For 5 long years I stayed at home, both day and night, but I smell, trouble. Lord, I smell trouble all ahead of me. Worries and trouble, Lord, they just won't let me be. People talk about me, yeah. I know they talk about me both night and day. But I say, Lord, please forgive them. And I go the other way, but I smell, trouble. Lord, I smell trouble all ahead of me. Worries and trouble, Lord, they just won't let me be. From now on, I will not run and hide. I'm gonna face trouble with a smile. Oh, they pass me by, but I smell, trouble. Lord, I smell trouble all ahead of me. Worries and trouble, Lord,
about 10 degrees hotter in here since we did that one, people. Linda PINO, lead vocals. Well done, kiddo. This week's featured artist, the Michael Packer Blues Band. Linda, got that Coco Taylor, Etta James thing going on. My God, man. Unbelievable. Michael, where'd you find this young lady? Cut up to that mic so we can hear you. At a party?
She sang with the Alexis Suter band.
Alexis P. Suter.
And then asked me one day, can I show her some blues songs? So we were up in Woodstock, and I put her on the spot, and I said, just get up here and sing Stormy Monday. And after that, the rest is history.
The rest is history. Unbelievable, kiddo. You know, it's the force. Either you're born with it or you're not. You were so born with it, it's not even funny. Unbelievable.
During Christmas, she is a gospel singer, and she's been, how long you been doing it?
20 years.
20 years. And
So you started at age 6?
You got it.
All right, I can understand that.
About 10.
So she invited Ed and I up to the Canaan Baptist Church in Harlem
Okay.
for like a Christmas thing, and she was the guest solo artist up there, and she was amazing. I mean, I was the only white guy there in the church, but that doesn't make any difference to me anyway. But the community they just embrace Linda, and I mean, it was probably the best Christmas present I ever got.
There you go.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, kiddo. Well done. Well done. Mike, let's head you back up here. We're going to come back and talk to Linda in a little bit, but let me grab you back up to the mic. Let's continue the Michael Packer journey if we can. The time spent with George Thorogood on the West Coast is where we left off. After that time spent with George, you head back to New York and start another project called Free Beer.
Free Beer.
Let's talk about that. What was that project all about?
Well, Free Beer, we needed a name for the band, and it was a great way to get people to come to a club. and the guy, the owner, Mike Porco at Folk City, he had the balls enough to put it on the marquee. And after that, we made albums for Buddha Records and 2 albums for RCA. And
Did a little touring with that
touring.
project.
Well, all the albums were like on the top 100 in the Billboard charts.
That's
and
awesome.
we had a single that got to 119.
You toured with the Atlanta Rhythm section.
Atlanta Rhythm section.
Johnny Rivers.
Yeah.
Dr. Hook, to name a few.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
We did well.
How long did that project last?
About 5 years, which is
A nice run.
It's a nice run. Yeah.
A nice little run, my
Yeah.
man.
And we had local guys play like on the first record, like John Paris and Bernard Purdy and all the,
Very cool. Very cool. We've had John on
Will Lee.
with Will Lee from Letterman's band,
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Letterman's band.
I've known Will. I've known all those guys for many, many years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. There's so much to talk about with you. I want to jump up ahead a little bit. Let's jump into the late '80s or early '90s. You got all these great things going on in your life, and
Well, I mean, then the great things happen, and then after Free Beer, then things. I opened for like John Hammond.
John Hammond Jr.
Yeah, and Matt Murphy. I sang a little bit in his band.
How long were you with Matt Murphy?
Not long. I'm not maybe.
Who cares?
A month, maybe. Something
If
like
it was
that.
one gig, it's still pretty
Yeah.
cool.
But then I fell in love with this girl, and then the drinking and all that, and I kind of hit the skids and all that. So I lived on the streets of New York for on and off for like 10 years, and I was basically in and out of jail. I mean, it's as long as your arm, I'll put it that way, the rap sheet.
You went through some dark days, man.
And then I did time at Rikers Island, and then after that, it was kind of the turnaround in my life. And I've been sober 19 years now.
God bless. Good for you, man. Good for
And
you.
I play with Honey Boy Edwards. Honey Boy Edwards told me, you play like you drank. So that's quite a cool thing.
I'd have to agree with you on that, my
Yeah.
man. I'd have to agree with you on that. What came next for Michael Packer at this point in your life?
After I got sober?
Yeah.
I eased my way back into, it took me a year before I could actually hang out in a bar, and I have to, even today, I have to have I don't go hang out in bars.
You started to build a strong reputation for yourself in New York as a great blues player.
Well, I did do that, I guess. Yeah.
You get? What do you mean you guess?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Okay.
There's no gray area there. It's a simple black and white fact. You did.
Well, I
And
worked at it.
You did work at it. That's my point. And you
yeah.
you had a serious roller coaster of things in your life, and you bounced back
But
well.
now it's really cool. I mean, people know who I am now, so that's nice.
It's a nice thing, man. It's a nice thing.
And it's not like I'm trying to rob them,
That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. I say we jump into another tune. We'll come back. We'll start talking to some of these other players, and then we'll come back and chat more with you as well. What are we going to do next, my man?
Let's take it to church, Eddie Jackson.
You good to go? Long Island Blues Warehouse. It looks like my man Eddie Jackson stepping up to the plate. How you doing, Eddie Jackson?
I'm doing fine.
You sounded great earlier.
All right, we'll keep it going.
I
then.
had a funny feeling you're going to do just that.
All right.
And we're looking forward to it. Once again, on the Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with the Michael Packer Blues Band.
Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Well, the band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Well, if you get to heaven before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all of my friends I'm coming to you, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet to carry me home. Swing low, Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, yeah, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. When I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Well, a band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Hey, swing low, yeah, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, yeah, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. One of you get to heaven before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all of my friends I'm coming too, coming for to carry me home. Hey, swing low, yeah, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, oh, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, yeah, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, Lord, sweet chariot, coming. Lord, I'm coming, yeah. Said I'm coming, Lord, 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 Lord. I'm coming home. I'm coming home, my Lord, yeah, yeah. I'm coming home. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm coming home. My Lord. I'm coming home.
Oh, yeah. Featuring Eddie Jackson, vocals, lead vocals on that one, the Michael Packer Blues Band. Eddie Jackson, nicely done, my man. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
It's good to have you in here, my man. You're a hell of a dynamic to this project. Let's talk about some history with you. Let's talk about when you began musically. I'm guessing you were about yay high?
Almost.
A little smaller?
Yeah, just a little.
like in the womb, maybe?
Possible.
Let's talk about the history. Let's talk about when you began musically.
Oh, like you said, their church project. My father was a Baptist preacher, and he also sang. He had a group called the Golden Jubilee, and they performed on WLIB over the radio for a couple of years there, and he was quite an influence, coming up and singing. The drumming thing, nobody didn't do that in the family, so.
You just took that upon yourself.
Yes.
What was the do you play the kid as well, or you just?
Oh yes, and I do play with the kid, but
Okay.
I play more of the
Percussion
hand drums.
stuff.
Yes.
Very
Right.
cool. How long you been doing percussion?
Well, that kind of like everybody, like 7, 8 years old. You start messing around on your mom's pots and pans, and obviously you get kicked out of the, leave the pans alone.
I'm with you. I'm with you. How long you been working with Michael Packer?
Oh, I'd say over 12 years. So it's been a little while.
So far, so good, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so far, so good.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
You make a great addition to this project, great dynamic you lend to this project, and
thank you.
Tremendous addition to this project. Keep going strong, my man. Eddie Jackson, bongos and vocals, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me grab on the bass if he'll head on up to one of these mics. Mr. John J.B. Beckton. How you doing, J.B.?
Good. How are you?
Holding down the bottom end real well.
Thank
Maybe
you
you want
very
to just
much.
aim that mic up a little bit so we can, there we
It's
go.
better.
There you are. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to the Blues Warehouse.
Thank you.
Let's talk
Glad
about
to
the
be-
history. Let's talk about when you began with the bass.
I must have been about 14 years old. I had a couple of friends who had R&B bands, and they used to rehearse down in my buddy's basement, and they played a couple of gigs, and I dug it. I liked the response they got when they played the little gigs, and the girls got up and started dancing. I
You
said,
enjoyed
"They're onto
that?"
Something. Yes, I did.
So you were hooked.
Yes.
You got the bug early.
Yeah.
Now, is bass the only? You play guitar too? Any other instruments? Bass only?
No, just bass.
Okay. Let's talk about what you were doing musically before the Michael Packer Band. Let's talk about junior high, high school days, 20s, 30s. What are you doing musically in those days?
Like I said, we hung out with my buddy. He had a couple of bands, and so I tried to play with them. I would
Still
play
hanging
with
with the same group of guys from the early days.
Went in the Army, met some guys, played at the club. You know, they have instruments there. We go to the club and take out instruments and play there and things like that. My association with Mike goes back about 13 years. I think my son was like 3 years old when I started playing with him, and he'll be 13 in September. So.
Very nice. How'd you cross paths with Michael?
A
How'd you
buddy
meet
of mine who played guitar in the group that I used to be in, there was a club opening up, and they needed a house band, and we evolved into the house band with Mike. We played behind Mike and various other individuals who came up that need musical accompaniment. Yeah, I was in a group called Blackadelica. We were like a black rock band, second coming of Band of Gypsies.
No kidding.
Or so we thought.
So you thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't make you a bad guy.
Okay.
Doesn't make you a bad guy. Holding down the bottom end real well, my man.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you're all about. Another great dynamic to this project. Keep
Thanks,
going
man.
strong.
Thank you.
JB Becton on the bass. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Michael Packer, we're going to come back and talk to your drummer and a little bit more with Linda a little bit later. I say we keep it moving. We're having a good time in here with you people. I say we get into another tune. We'll talk more with some of these other fine players and get back to the Michael Packer journey.
Gonna do a song that I wrote, and I have the pleasure of hearing Linda sing it.
We all have the pleasure of hearing Linda sing it.
Called My Time to Cry.
Long Island Blues Warehouse. Let's do it.
There are times feels like there's no tomorrow, and the Lord don't seem to touch me at all. It's my mind driven from insane to sorrow. My time to cry. Well, my man left me without a warning, talking out
The Michael Packer Blues Band, kicking ass and taking names. Well done, my man. Well done. Eddie Jackson, I love it, man. I love it. Good job, good job. Michael? Yes. We're having a lot of fun here with you people. I wish we could do 2 hours. We can't, but it's a good reason to bring you people back, another time. I say we grab on the drum kit if we'll pull that mic from behind him. Mr. Guy Powell. How you doing, Guy Powell?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good to see you, man. Man, you're a guy that can exchange dates with the best of them. Let me begin by saying. Let's talk about the history. Let's talk about when you began. Why are you rolling your eyes when I say that? You disagree?
I'll take your word for it.
You're doing well, my man. You're very comfortable behind that kit, and obviously it ain't your first rodeo. Let's talk about when you began.
I started on piano as a kid.
I thought you were going to say I started on pots and pans.
Couldn't cut that. Then I moved to guitar. Couldn't cut that.
You seriously tried piano and guitar and didn't?
I took lessons for a few years when I was a kid.
Wasn't
very
working for
young.
you, huh?
No, I wanted to keep banging on the piano stool.
I see.
Bench.
When did you get behind a kit for the first time and realize this was something you...
When I was like 14.
Okay. What was the influence for you? Was there an influence?
I had failed at every other instrument, so I had to run the gamut.
You were determined to do something musically?
Yeah, no, it was in me. It's just I didn't know how to get it out.
Okay, I can appreciate that. So at age 14, you're taking lessons?
I never took drum lessons, no.
You're completely self-taught?
Yes.
No kidding. Very nice. What were you doing? Let's talk about, say, junior high, high school days. Are you involved in music? Are you in a band? Are you doing?
Yeah, rock bands, hair down to my ass, that kind of stuff.
Oh, you went through that phase in life?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big double bass set,
No kidding. What kind of music were you playing back in those days?
Sabbath, Zeppelin.
Okay, you went through that phase.
Deep Purple.
You went through that phase.
Yeah. I may still be in it.
Let's talk about 30s and 40s. What are you doing later in life, musically?
I got the day gig, kept playing, in the new wave stuff back in the 80s and 90s, and then wound up hooking up with Mike through the blues circuit as I had my blues epiphany later in life.
How long you been working with Michael? Let's take that now.
4 or 5 years, maybe.
Okay. You doing anything else musically, or strictly this project?
It's all with Michael as far as playing goes.
Oh, very cool.
But that's enough, believe me.
I'm sure it is. Another great addition to this project, my man. Another great addition. Keep going strong. I enjoy watching you do your thing behind the kit.
Thank you.
Guy Powell on the drum kit. We thank you so much. Michael, let's keep it moving, man. Let's do another one. We'll chat a little bit more with Linda. We'll get back to you and eventually wrap things up, unfortunately. What are we doing next? Blues Warehouse. Here we go.
I'm telling all you girls
Yeah, featuring the lovely and incredibly talented Linda PINO, the Michael Packer Blues Band. Linda, well done, kiddo. Well done. I'll tell you, I mentioned earlier that, well, I've met Coco Taylor and I've worked with Etta James. I've had an opportunity. I'm sorry they're not around anymore to meet you, I have to say, because, my God, you are so big influences for you. You can hear it within. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, actually, I just absolutely love Alexis P. Suter Band. I bring that up because
You've worked with her.
Yeah, I had a really interesting journey. Younger, I was very shy, and
You went through a shy phase.
Yeah, well, when I was really little, and I
broke out of that.
Yeah, and I got pushed kind of always into music.
Who pushed you?
Oh,
Because I want to shake that person's hand.
a lot of people, and when I first started, I was always in the background, and somehow, in this crazy journey, I was raised, Catholic, very quiet church service, and someone said, hey, you should audition for this gospel choir, and the next thing you know, I was not in the background anymore. Professor Greg Payne at Canaan Baptist Church, who is the choir director of this gospel choir, put me in front immediately. And that's my journey started with Alexis P. Suter, because she was also a fellow soloist.
How long ago?
Oh, this was maybe 15 years ago. And we performed solos together for a good, I guess, 8 years. Then she went left. She did the blues. And then years later, she's like, hey, Linda, you got to come and be one of my vocalists in the band. Did that for 5 years. Amazing band, amazing vocalist, and I had like the best time of my life. And she kind of got me the blues bug, and because it has a lot of the gospel it's all like the roots of it, yeah.
All tied in
so
there,
it kind
big
of just comes natural, from the gospel segueing into.
I'm glad that's the direction you went into in life, and
then I, like I said, I met Michael through the Alexis P. Suter Band. We became friends, and we're at a party. Come on up and jam with us, and the rest is history.
And that's how
That was about a year ago.
You know what? As great a compliment, I can't think of a better compliment people like Alexis P. Suter can have by having you be a part of that project, and the same thing for Michael. Yeah. You need to be more up here more often. A Linda PINO project in the future. I mean, no, I don't want to make cause any. I'm teasing. I'm not teasing because you listen. I call it like I see it, and phenomenal vocals. I'm glad that Michael's a very lucky man with a great band that he's gotten to have you. You guys complement each other well. It's a tremendous dynamic, and you guys work real well together. I gotta say so. Job well done, Linda. Keep going strong. I cannot wait to see. You're still very young in your career. I can't wait to see where your career goes in life. So God bless. Keep doing what you're doing, and I look forward to hearing a lot more out of you with this project and maybe other things down the road as well. So God bless to you, my kiddo. Well done. Well done. Michael, we got time for 2 more. I say we get into another tune. We'll do our goodbyes, and then you'll play us out. What are we going to do next? Good choice. Long Island Blues Warehouse, the Michael Packer Blues Band.
princes kept the view. All the latest came and went, barefoot servants too. Out there in the distance, white cat did growl. Two riders were approaching as the wind began to howl.
Dylan wrote the song. Hendrix made it famous. This man did a phenomenal rendition himself. Michael Packer Blues Band, all along the Watchtower. Nicely done, Michael. Nicely done, my man. September 2011, you yourself were inducted in the Blues Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Got a Blues Hall of Fame band. All these guys are in the Blues Hall of Fame themselves.
As well.
We had a really great induction at Kenny's Castaways, and it was sort of like towards the end.
New York City.
They closed, and we had Roger Earl, who was
from Foghat.
Yeah, recorded here. And the Uptown Horns and Wilbur Vasco.
Arno Heck and the boys.
Yeah, it was great. Great
We've
night.
had them in here as well.
Joe Louis Walker, and then I've inducted John Hammond, Johnny Winter. There's loads of people. We're in good company.
A lot of friends of mine and yours. A lot of mutual friends we have. Well done, my man. Michael, so people can follow you for future things you're going to do. Please share with everybody the website.
It's michaelpackerbluesband.com.
michaelpackerbluesband.com.
And nowadays, Michael Packer on Facebook. Yeah.
As well. Let's do some goodbyes before you play us out. Back there on the drum kit, if we can get a shot of him, Mr. Guy Powell. Guy, we got to thank you so much. Thank you, my man. Back there on the bass, let's thank John J.B. Becton. Thank you so much, John. Good to have you. On the bongos and vocals, Mr. Ed Jackson, stage left. Thank you so much, Ed Jackson.
Thank you.
The beautiful, talented Linda PINO, lead vocals. Well done, lead and backing vocals. More lead, I say. Well done, kiddo. Linda PINO. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Michael Packer, guitar and vocals. Michael, thank you so much, my man.
Thank you.
Please remember to check out EKO Studios at ekoproductions.com. They are the official studio of the Long Island Blues Warehouse. And for the Blues Warehouse, I'm Mark Klein at liblues.com. And we thank you so much for checking out this week's featured artist, who we're going to say goodbye to right now, the Michael Packer Blues Band.
Thank you, Mark Klein.
Thank you, Michael.
starting now to do. You playing them bongos, Eddie Jackson, you got nothing left to lose. Born in New York City, born in New York City, born in New York City, born in New York City.